Hey, what's cracking there, everybody? On today's video, we're gonna go off of this comment right here. And it starts off, Manjaro claims to have squashed a lot of bugs with their latest release of 24.2. Been a while since I've looked at Manjaro. My last look was pretty disappointing and sent me running back to Fedora for stability. And everything just working with all of their organizational problems and history of chaos, I'm not sure I ever want to go down that road. But if you're still looking for something to review, consider a test drive of their Gnome edition with the Manjaro layout to give us a look at their customizations. All right, now that's the word reply right here. I did put thanks for the reply. I will add to my next queue. And I also added another comment right here. It says the issue with Manjaro, they need to align their updates along with Arch Linux updates to avoid breakage. And the reason for that comment is that Manjaro and Arch Linux are not they don't release their updates at the same time. Manjaro is like a week behind or 2 weeks behind on their releases. So they're not bleeding edge, they're actually a week or two behind. And what this does is that it causes an issue with Arch Linux and Manjaro's, programming. It just causes an issue, causes rifts. But usually, if you wait it out, if you can afford to wait it out, it'll fix itself up in a week or two. But most people, are impatient and want things fixed right away. So, they'll just reinstall it and put something else on there. But mainly, that's one of their big issues with Manjaro and Arch Linux is that their updates don't align with each other. So that causes dependency hell when it comes to other programs. And dependency hell is like the worst feeling when it comes to trying to fix something and it becomes a dependency issue. It just drives you insane. So that's why a lot of people really frown upon it. But anyways, let's get to a virtual machine and take a look at Manjaro. And I believe it said right here the GNOME to try the GNOME version of it. So that's what we're gonna try. Okay, and I'm here now on a virtual machine and I have the Manjaro ISO booted up. You can see right here, we are running the GNOME version. So I've got a little welcome screen right here and it says launch installer. So this should launch the Calamari's installer. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. Welcome to the Manjaro Linux 24.2.0 Yo Nada installer. So American English is selected. I'll click next. My location is Los Angeles. It's correct. Click next. English default is correct for my keyboard layout. Click next. Erase this. It's already selected by default. And I'm going to select swap the file. No particular reason. It's just a force of habit. So I just stick with it. And then I'll click next. And then right here, we'll just enter our user information. Then you want to give it a strong and complicated password. And for my case, I'll log in automatically and use the same password for administrator account. But of course, if you are a new user, you do not want to log in automatically. But I'll leave that completely up to you. It's your choice. And right here is asking to select which form of office you want to install. So right here we have LibreOffice or FreeOffice. I'll just stick to, or you can even select no office. I'll stick to LibreOffice. Click on next. You get a quick overview of what's going to happen. Click on install and install now. And that's pretty much it as far as the installer. So from this point on, we'll just go ahead and pause the video. And when we come back, we'll reboot into Manjaro GNOME Edition 24.2. All right, and the installation is now completed. So we'll go ahead and we'll restart the system. So I'll click on the system is rebooted and we are in Manjaro. And it says right here, welcome to Manjaro Linux. If you want to learn the your way around, check out the tour. So in this case, we will take out the tour. So we'll click on take tour. All right, so let me go ahead and make this full screen. So let's begin. Learn about the key features in Manjaro Linux. and we'll use the little arrow right here that says get an overview. The overview shows all your apps and windows. Press the super Windows key to open it. So let me try that. All right, so that's how the overview works. Gives you a list of your programs that are open. Okay, use the next arrow. Powerful search. To search, just start typing in the overview. You can use search to launch apps, find files, perform calculations, and more. So if I'm in the overview, right here, you got your search. You can just start typing, I just type some nonsense, but you want to type something that makes sense. All right, stay organized with workspaces. Organize your windows by moving them into different workspaces. This could be done by dragging them into the overview. So if I'm in the overview right here and say this is a workspace right here and this is a separate workspace. So let's say the Manjaro hello screen. If I want to drag this over here, I should just be able to click on it and then boom, now it's over here in this window. All right, and then this one just has the welcome. All right. Swipe down, swipe up and down. I don't have a touch screen or nothing like that, so you can skip that and we can skip this. And that's it. To get more advice and tips, see the help app. All right, so that's that. Let's get back into overview and let's go over here because this is where we have the welcome screen. So welcome to Manjaro. Thank you for joining our community. We, the Manjaro developers, hope that you will enjoy using Manjaro as much as we enjoy building it. The links below will help you get started with your new operating system. So enjoy the experience. And don't hesitate to send us your feedback. So right here, you got your links right here. You got your README, release info, the wiki, applications, forums, a donate, GNOME layout switcher, get involved, development, mailing list, and GNOME tour. So if you don't want this to launch a startup, you just check right here and it won't start at startup. And then you got some language options right here. English is okay for me, and that's fine. So the only thing that piques my interest right here is this GNOME layout switcher. So we're gonna go to that and take a look and see what this is. So right now we're on Manjaro, but you also have a traditional option. So let me hit apply that and see what happens. All right, so this just makes it like a, like a Cinnamon Windows desktop layout type. Then you have Thailand. Let's take a look at that. So what is Thailand? Thailand is just what it says. Just turns it into a Thailand window manager. And then you got your GNOME layout. So GNOME is going to be pretty much the same as Manjaro, I believe. I did click on apply, but I didn't see any changes. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as the Manjaro. So let's go to Manjaro, click on apply. And yeah, they're pretty much the same. Manjaro and GNOME are pretty much going to be the same. All right, we'll make that. Well, I wanted to make it smaller, but all right. So we're done with this. We can go back. It takes us back to this welcome to Manjaro screen. There's also a thing right here for applications. So I guess this is just like a curated installer. So for certain curated applications, like for right here, you got your browsers, you got email, office suites, pretty much the list that goes on for things that you want to install. Or you could just open up a Hammock and get your installations done from there. All right, so this is the GNOME version of Manjaro. So as in all GNOME versions, you got your system tray right here. That's going to be on the right upper corner. And it's pretty much just a single button. There is one little extra shield right here. And it looks like that's going to be a notification. But this right here is all just one button. It looks like it's a bunch of icons, but it's just one button, and pretty much everything is detailing in these little icons is all in here. It's wrapped up in here. So you got your shutdown, you got your lock screen, you got your settings, and then you got these things right here. So you could change certain aspects, and then you got your volume right here. Everything's all grouped into one section right here in their system tray. And then in the middle right here, you got your clock, and your notifications. So this is your calendar and your notifications right here in the middle. And then of course, this is your I guess this will be your applications or your start now button right here. And basically it'll take you down to here. So right here, if you want to show the applications, you just click on the first icon right here. Then on the second icon, you got Firefox, you got files, you got your text editor, you got your terminal, and then you got your add and remove software. So this is where you actually want to use to install your software. I notice right now it's still working as if it's in tiling mode. I could tell because of the way that the window is shaped. So something when I tried to make these little changes, it just did something to it to where kind of like set it off, like made it default that way. But I just go to full screen and take a look at it like this. So this is your application launcher. So let me see, from right here you can go to preferences, and then you add your password, and from right here you can go to third party, and then you can enable your AUR support and things like that, just in case those don't know how to do that. So right here now, when you do a search, you'll find also programs that are in the AUR. So let's say, for example, what's in the AUR? Let's say like Yay. Now we click on Yay, and we could actually install it from here. We just set it and apply it. Now I'm not gonna go through that right now. Just want to show you that you can install AUR packages because Pamic uses their own installer. But also, this is one thing that whenever there's an update within Arch Linux and Pamic, they fight with each other, and this is where you'll run into that dependency hill. But like I said, it'll fix itself up. But a lot of us don't have the patience to just wait it out, you know. And it's a sad thing. All right, so that was it just says add and remove software, but it's the Pamic graphical installer. And next to that we have our terminal. So let's take a look at the terminal. You know what? Let me open up something else and see if it tiles. So right now I have the terminal, and now yeah, see what it's doing? It's tiling. Yeah, I kind of suspected that. So, but anyways, just make it full screen. So this is our terminal. Of course, this is the GNOME terminal. Let's see if we have something like HTOP installed. And we do. So let's go ahead and make this bigger. You can see right now on our memory, we are using 1.16 gigabytes, and the task and load averages are pretty standard. Everything's running pretty smooth. Even though the memory is always up in the gigabytes, you know, it's just the nature of GNOME itself. But this is HTOP, so you can see how each individual thread is running right here. And since I happen to have 16, it shows all the threads right here. Let's go sudo pacman s. Let's see if neofetch works. All right, now we can do neofetch. And we got a little update notifier, but we'll be able to close that. See right here, we are running Manjaro Linux. The kernel OS 6.12.1-4. See, this is how you know that Manjaro runs a little weak behind or something. Because right now, I installed LinuxHub Arch yesterday, and since I'm just using the regular Arch Linux, my kernel is 6.12. I think it's 4. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I remember it being 6.12.4 or something like that. But anyways, all other pertainable information is all right here in NeoFetch. So right here on the left, you got your OS host, kernel, uptime, packages, shell, resolution, desktop environment, window manager theme, icons, terminal, CPU, GPU, and memory. And the corresponding responses are all to the right. All right, and that is your terminal. And next to that, we have our text editor. It's going to be gedit, I believe. It could be something else, but I think it is gedit. Let me see if there is an about text editor. It just says text editor, the GNOME project. So maybe it's not gedit. It's just text editor. So, it does the same as any other text editor. You can use it as an IDE, if you want to write some code, blah 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 blah. You can do that. Or if you just want to use it just as regular text, you can use it as regular text. Uh, the choice is up to you, but it's just a regular text editor. Discard. We don't need to save this. All right. Next to that, we have files, which I'm assuming is just going to be called files. Being that yeah, about files. It is just files, the GNOME project. And basically, it's your typical file manager. You got your standard layout. You got your desktop documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, undefined backup. I don't know what that is, but maybe something left from behind from one of the developers that forgot to delete something. So if you guys know one of the developers, let them know they forgot to delete this undefined backup. Then you got your videos folder. And then if you want to see the hidden files, I think you use Control H on your keyboard. Yeah, Control H, and it shows all your hidden files. And if you want to hide them again, Control H. That's why I like using like Nemo and other keyboards, because you just right click and it'll have a little checkbox. But you can still get the same done here. And this is your file manager. And then the last thing we have is our web browser. And the web browser is going to be Firefox. Nothing special right here. Only thing is that it comes with a couple bookmarks already on here. You got the Manjaro homepage, Manjaro Forum, Manjaro Wiki, and the Manjaro Discover. And then you got your Mozilla News. Let's take a look at the about. And it is Firefox 133-0. All right, so that's pretty much Manjaro in a nutshell. It's pretty straightforward. You got other programs here if you want to take a look at them. If there's more that you want to use, just go in here to the add or remove programs, and you can go ahead and get yourself way more software. Other than that, it's pretty straight up. Manjaro itself comes in all kinds of flavors. XFCE, you got KDE. But in this case, the user wanted me to take a look at the GNOME, so that's what we've done here. And yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, everything's fine. You won't see no issues not until you start updating, and the issues between Arch Linux, the differences between Pac-Man and PAMAC. Once they start bumping heads, then that's when everything goes haywire. But then again, maybe they fixed it already. Maybe they fixed those type of issues. Learn how to sandbox those dependency hells. Who knows? I don't know. But Manjaro is the first Arch type of system that I tried to use, and it broke me. It pissed me off to a certain point where I couldn't go to Manjaro again. But hey, who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line, I might go back to Manjaro and take a look, give it a crack again, and see if it's something I want to use. But right now, I'm perfectly happy with Arch. It's pretty much the same difference. Once you install the PAMAC and the Yay and Paru and all the AUR dependencies, you pretty much, it's the same thing. And even the guys at Manjaro try to say that Manjaro is not Arch Linux, and that's fine. They can say that. It doesn't bother me a bit. They can ride however they want to ride. But we all know it's an Arch-based system. It's what it is. They try to say that they're not. They're not that system, but they are, and we know that they are. But no one wants to argue with the walls. So we'll just leave it at that. All right. Well, it was an interesting look at Manjaro, the GNOME edition. And like I said, everything was pretty much straightforward and to the point. Everything's working. Everything looks good. No issues whatsoever. Yeah. I mean, what is there not to like? All right. That's gonna do it for this video. If you are a new subscriber to the channel, or if you're new to the channel itself, please subscribe. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, by all means, give it a thumbs down. All right. And if there's something specific you want to see me take a look at, please leave me a comment and I'll take a look at it. See, that's the way I've been running my videos lately. I know tomorrow I do have an interesting job project, so there's going to be a video related to my work. So I know I've seen a few comments of people saying that if it's not Linux content, they don't want to see it. That's all fine and dandy. You know, you can just skip right over it. You're not forced to watch it. No one's making you watch it. You know, you want to force me to start a new channel, but I don't want to force you to watch it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? If it's something that you don't want to watch, just simply don't watch it. There's no reason to create a new channel for something that if you don't want to watch it, don't. It's not like I'm gonna be making 100 of those videos and forgetting about Linux. You can see right here, I'm putting up Linux content, but that's just another part of my daily aspect where if I can record it and do something with it, I might as well do that, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then down the line, if I see that it does require me to make a new channel for it, I will easily 100% make a new channel for it. But for right now, I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just going to upload my videos the way I see fit. I'm not going to make a new channel for my camping videos. I'm not going to make a new channel for my cooking videos. And I'm not going to make a new channel for, you know what I mean? Because everything's been going under this channel and everything's floating fine. All right, you guys. That's going to do it for this video. And I'm out.